Hey everyone, artificial intelligence is unquestionably the hottest investing trend in 2024, and it was the same in 2023. So a lot of investors are looking for AI stocks to buy now. Well, that's what I'll bring you in this video. 5 excellent artificial intelligence stocks you could buy now and hold for the long term. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Let's take a look at these 5 excellent stocks. All right, the 5 AI stocks that I'm recommending as buys now and holds for the long term are Nvidia, Alphabet, Amazon, Oracle, and Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. I've also highlighted their revenue over the last 10 years, and you can see this explosive growth has already started for these companies, but that's just at the beginning because AI is only recently starting to boost revenue and only for a select few companies. That trend is expected to broaden out over the next several years. You can see here, according to Statista, the AI market worldwide is expected to explode from $207 billion in 2023. The AI market is expected to generate $1.847 trillion in sales by 2030. And it's not going to stop there. I suspect the AI market will continue growing throughout 2040, 2050, and even 2060 as we get new use cases for artificial intelligence. The large language model like ChatGPT is only the beginning. I suspect there's going to be more valuable use cases for artificial intelligence, and the 5 companies I've listed here stand to benefit from the rising effectiveness of AI as it broadens out to more use cases. Now, in addition to phenomenal revenue growth, there are other reasons why I like these 5 AI stocks, and I'm going to share with you several more reasons, including their operating profit margin. You'll notice here Nvidia's operating profit margin absolutely exploded along with the explosion in its revenue growth due to the rising demand for its Hopper GPUs that help with accelerating AI inference and training. 54.12% operating profit margin over the trailing 12 months is the best out of these 5 companies, these 5 AI stocks. Next comes Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing with an operating profit margin of 45.62%. Of course, TSM is a supplier to Nvidia, so if Nvidia thrives, Taiwan Semiconductor will also likely thrive. The next one on this list, Oracle Corporation, recently reported earnings suggesting strong growth ahead from rising effectiveness of AI. 29.54% operating profit margin for Oracle. Also solid revenue growth coming for Oracle as well. Alphabet, of course, the parent of Google and YouTube, has been doing extremely well over the last decade. I think artificial intelligence will only help support YouTube's and Alphabet's growth near term. Of course, Alphabet has fumbled the rollout of artificial intelligence over the last few months. Still, remember the headlines, it potentially entering into a partnership with Apple to license its AI technology. I think Alphabet has some tricks up its sleeve with AI. I wouldn't sleep on Alphabet coming back and having some product improvements in that category over the next few quarters. Finally, we have Amazon with the lowest operating profit margin of 6.41%, but Amazon is increasing that operating profit margin, and it's got the significantly highest revenue at $574 billion in the most recent trailing 12-month period. So 6% of $571 billion is a great deal of revenue. So while the margin percentage is lower, the overall operating income is quite high. And over the next few years, as Amazon's business shifts more towards higher profit margin areas like its AWS cloud business and its advertising revenue, which are both higher profit margin than its e-commerce segment, Amazon's profitability will likely expand closer to an operating profit margin of 10% in the next few years. So in addition to excellent profit margins, these companies have excellent cash flow from operations, with Taiwan Semi leading the list here at 57.51%. Taiwan Semi is among the leading companies worldwide in terms of this metric, the cash flow from operations to sales. Next is Nvidia at 46.11%. You could start to see why Nvidia stock has done as well as it's done. Revenue is exploding, profit margin is exploding, cash flow is exploding. It's not surprising to see a stock price following these phenomenal metrics. Then you have Oracle at 34.7% and Alphabet at 33%. And finally, Amazon, more than twice its operating profit margin it generates in cash flow from operations. That's because a considerable amount of Amazon's expenses are non-cash, like depreciation and amortization, which is a non-cash expense. and stock-based compensation, which is also a non-cash expense. And so that lifts its cash flow from operations much higher than its operating income, which incorporates those non-cash expenses. That's why they have a better cash flow than they do an operating income. And finally, these stocks are not expensive. They are not expensive, especially when you consider their excellent performance and their excellent prospects for the next few years. Amazon, the most expensive of these 5 AI stocks, at a forward price to earnings of 33. Then you have Nvidia at a forward price to earnings of just 30. In fact, I recently did a video where I made a shocking statement, a seemingly shocking statement, and I said Nvidia stock is cheap. And the reason why that might be shocking is because you've seen Nvidia stock price soar in the last year close to $1,000 per share. You might be shocked or surprised that I might call Nvidia stock cheap, even though it's soared to these levels. And it's because when you look at what you're getting in return, relatively speaking, it looks cheap because you're getting so much in return for the price you're paying. You're only paying a price to earnings forward of 30 for Nvidia, which is relatively cheap. Then you have Oracle trading at a forward PE of 20.75. Again, relatively cheap. And finally, Alphabet is trading at a forward PE of 19. I'm shocked that you can still buy Alphabet stock at a forward price to earnings of just 19. In fact, I have Alphabet stock rated as my top stock to buy in 2024, and I made that recommendation on December 30th, rating Alphabet stock as my top stock to buy in 2024, partly due to all of these factors that I've discussed in this video and the relatively cheap valuation compared to its excellent prospects. And last but not least, Taiwan Semi trading at a forward price to earnings of 18. Despite its excellent prospects, Taiwan Semi trading at a forward PE of just 18. Now, of course, Taiwan Semi is trading at a bit of a discount because of its geopolitical risk. I also did a video a little while ago highlighting how Taiwan Semi is diversifying away some of its geopolitical risk. Still, if Taiwan Semi was a US company, its valuation would be considerably more expensive than where it is today, considering that it's got the best cash flow from operations to sales against all of these 5 companies. It's in the second place in terms of operating profit margin. Its revenue has been growing nicely, and you're still seeing it trading at the cheapest valuation out of these 5 stocks. I would suspect if this was a US company, it would be trading at a closer to a forward price to earnings of 30. So there you have it. These are 5 excellent AI stocks you could buy now and hold for the long term. Before I let you go, let me tell you about the greatest deal on YouTube. With just a click of a button, you can get free financial analysis from a professor with decades of investing experience. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.